Imagine two people. They start with the same amount of money. They work at the same company, earning the same salary. They even live in the same neighborhood. On the surface, their financial lives look identical. Yet, 10 years later, one person is on the path to financial independence, while the other is struggling with debt and living paycheck to paycheck. What happened? The difference wasn't their income. The difference wasn't their job. The difference wasn't their starting point. The difference was what happened between their ears. It was how they thought about money. It was how they thought about risk. It was how they thought about the future. This unseen variable, their financial mindset, is the most powerful force shaping our economic destiny. We often believe that building wealth is all about numbers. It's about finding the highest paying job. It's about finding the best performing stock. It's about the perfect budget spreadsheet. We search for secret formulas and complex strategies. While those things can help, they are not the root of financial success. The real foundation is psychological. It's about the stories we tell ourselves about money. It's about our relationship with fear. It's about our patience with time. Your bank account is often just a reflection of your beliefs. Your bank account is often just a reflection of your habits. Your bank account is often just a reflection of your mental frameworks. Understanding this is the first, most crucial step toward changing your financial reality for the better. This is the core idea we will explore together. We will move beyond the surface-level advice of spend less than you earn, and dive deep into the mental models that drive wealth creation. We will look at how the wealthy approach risk not as a danger to be avoided, but as a price of admission for returns. We will examine how they view time not as a fleeting moment, but as their greatest ally in the process of compounding. By understanding the thought patterns that lead to financial success, you can begin to identify the mental barriers that may be holding you back and replace them with new, more powerful ways of thinking. So what exactly is this wealth mindset? In the sections to come, we will deconstruct the core beliefs and the mental habits common to financially successful people. One fundamental shift: view money not as a goal, but as a tool. For many, the end game is simply to have money. The wealthy treat money as a resource to deploy, create more value, generate more income, build systems that work for them. This small perspective change is profound. It shifts focus, hoarding to growing, saving to investing, consumer to owner. We'll explore the ownership mentality. Wealthy people think like owners, not employees. Even working for others, they aim to take responsibility, create value, protect the long-term health of the enterprise. This extends to personal finances. Own your financial education, own your investment decisions, own your economic future. They don't wait for advisors or gurus. They empower themselves with knowledge and take decisive action. No one will care more about your money than you. We'll examine common mental traps keeping people stuck. These are invisible scripts running in the background, sabotaging efforts. Scarcity mindset. Focus on lack. Drives fear-based short-term choices. Social comparison, keeping up with the Joneses, leading to debt to preserve appearances. These aren't personal failures. They're cognitive biases the wealthy learn to override. We'll use real-world examples. See how principles played out for entrepreneurs and investors. Warren Buffett. Long-term patience and focus while others panicked. Sarah Blakely. Took calculated risks others wouldn't take. Study these stories. Don't idolize them. They offer a practical blueprint. Mindset shifts into tangible financial outcomes over time. Examples act as guideposts, showing the path from theory to practice. A central theme of our discussion will be the psychology of risk. For most people, risk is a four-letter word associated with loss and danger. It's something to be minimized at all costs. The wealthy, however, have a more nuanced relationship with it. They understand that risk and reward are two sides of the same coin. They don't avoid risk, they manage it. They learn to calculate it, to understand the difference between a foolish gamble and a well-assessed investment. We will explore how they train themselves to remain calm during market volatility, and how they see downturns not as a crisis, but as an opportunity to acquire valuable assets at a discount. This brings us to another critical element: time. The single greatest advantage the wealthy leverage is a long-term perspective. They understand the almost magical power of compound interest, where your money starts earning money, and then that money starts earning its own money. This requires a deep commitment to delayed gratification. It's the choice to invest $1 today for a future reward, rather than spend it on an immediate want. We will contrast this compound thinking with short-term, impulsive decision-making. Simple charts and metaphors will show how powerful this force can be when given time. Ultimately, this exploration isn't just intellectual curiosity. The goal is practical, actionable mindset shifts you can apply starting today. This isn't about becoming a different person overnight. It's about small, incremental changes to your thinking that will compound over time into massive results. We will break down how to start thinking like an investor, even with a small amount of money. We will discuss simple mental exercises to overcome the fear of failure and develop a healthier relationship with risk. The aim is a toolkit of mental models to navigate your financial journey with more confidence and clarity. One of the most fundamental differences in thinking between the wealthy and the average person lies in their perception of money itself. For many, money is the ultimate goal. It is a trophy to be won, a symbol of success, a source of security. The entire financial journey is centered around accumulating as much as possible, often stored away in a safe and unproductive. It's seen as the final score in the game of life. This perspective limits what money can do for you. It treats money as a static object to be admired rather than a dynamic force to be harnessed. When money is just a trophy, it sits on a shelf and looks impressive. The wealthy have a different first principle. For them, money is not the destination, it is the vehicle. It is a tool designed to accomplish specific tasks. Just as a carpenter uses a hammer to build a house, the wealthy use money to build assets, create opportunities, generate more money. This shift is subtle but revolutionary. It transforms your relationship with money from passive accumulation to active deployment. The question changes: how much can I save? How can I put this money to work? This tool mindset changes every financial decision. You evaluate money by potential ROI, not just immediate purchasing power. Spending $1,000 on a TV versus investing $1,000 into a business or an index fund. The TV loses value and gathers dust. The investment is put to work, growing over time. Think like a capital allocator seeking the highest use for each dollar. Viewing money as a tool demystifies it. Trophies are emotional, proud, protective, and fearful. Tools are practical. You don't get overly emotional about a hammer. You respect it, you maintain it, and you use it for its intended purpose. Adopting this mindset enables rational decisions, less swayed by market panic or social validation. Focused on the task, using money to build financial freedom and lasting wealth.